Good day, everyone. I am Christine, the moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone to today's webinar, Medicare Provider Enrollment 101, Complete Enrollment and Credentialing Process and for Providers. I want to introduce our presenter for today, Yesenia Servin. Yesenia Servin, CPMSM, PESC, is an expert in credentialing and provider enrollment with over 24 years of experience in healthcare industry. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Yesenia.
Thank you so much, Christine. Sorry to make you read that whole bio, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. So today we're going to examine the Medicare PECOS enrollment application, so not paper. We're going to dig into the Medicare enrollment and the reasons why providers should be participating, and then we're going to review that 855 application process. So you as a credentialing and enrollment provider specialist should have your CMS I&A profile. You should never ever have a provider's login for Medicare or for CMS or for NPI. So the organization's NPI and the provider's NPI, that's how you get connected. That provider then, or that C-suite professional, logs in with their own profile and approves that connection. And that's how we can move into PECOS is the right way. It's by having that connection. And so just an easy visual if you need to explain to any staff of how it works. You would be connected to that employer as a provider enrollment expert, and then that authorized official would be the one who approves everyone or adds everyone who needs to be contacted. So that's one big thing that you want to do, is make sure you are the access manager in this connection process. And this is if you're a third party. If you're completely a contractor, this would be the way that you connect. That kind of breaks down the application or the CMS applications. The other big thing is understanding your MAC, right? So whether you are Part A, Part B, or DME, you have to understand your MAC and then sign up. So let's talk about the 855A. And you're going to relate that back to that list that we saw earlier, right? That everything that falls under facility or institution. Facility application, which is the 855A. What are the documentation requirements? So you need the CLIA for every CLIA. You need the bank letter. And so 855 Part B, and if you recall, I should have inserted that little remark. Our B is our clinics, groups, and other type of practices that are not considered facilities. Same type of question, same type of information that PECOS is going to require from you. What is the state and territory? What is the EIN, TIN? What is the type 2 NPI? And what do you remember about type 2 NPI? Business name, right? That practice or clinic business name must match that IRS letter, must match that NPPES profile, must match the 855B application. The required documents, bank letter, the 460, the 588, the IRS letter, so either that 575 that they get or the one that they can call in and request, the 147. And so this is what it looks like. This is for an 855I. And remember, I is for individuals. And then any required documentation, which you saw the list of what it looks like. And then there's also a fast track view that gives you section by section by section. Some people really enjoy working from that section. I just gotten used to that checklist view that I really enjoy it. You can review the enrollment ID. You can review the PAC ID, the web tracking ID. But then you can also review any warnings and corrections. More of the same view. Just wanted to give you some different views of what PECOS looks like. If you see, it's extremely dated and hasn't been updated, so it looks very old because it is, but it works really well. And so this is what the topic view information looks like. You see how it gives you a broader visibility as to what that section includes. Once we get PECOS 2.0, it's going to actually work so much better. And as you go through the error section, it'll actually take you specifically to that section, and then you can go back to, okay, and I fixed those errors, so let me go back to my error check section and see if I can now submit the application. And so this is what that parse status is looking like, and the form is also included as part of this section. So you can click on this link, and it'll take you right to that form. And so this is what it looks like once you've successfully cleared any of those errors that you had. You see there's no more warnings, no more red or yellows, and you can begin the submission. So those are the certification statements. I get so excited when I'm talking about credentialing and enrollment, and specifically Medicare and Medicaid. It's one of my specialties, and I really love it. Thank you, Christine. Everyone, I want you to be connected with me on LinkedIn. Anything that happens new with Medicare, Medicaid, any of these payers, whether they're Big Blues or the smaller Cigna or the smaller Oscar Health, I try to promote all the information that I get from them and put it out there so that you're aware of what's happening in credentialing, you're aware of what's happening in enrollment. Thank you so much. Please make sure you're using every checklist that I sent you. Write down everything and incorporate it. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm so glad you joined me today. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Yesenia. That concludes the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. You may all disconnect now. Have a great day.